Pull up and shoot, pull up and shoot, pull up and shoot, swish. Pull up and shoot, swish. Pull up and shoot, pull up and shoot. Hit him with the crossover, knock his boss over. Boys is not soldier, and we not sober. Pull up and shoot, pull up and shoot, pull up and shoot, swish. Pull up and shoot, swish. Pull up and shoot, pull up and shoot. Hit him with the crossover, knock his boss over.
Welcome to the very first Hoop Central podcast, top 5 games of the week. I'm your host, Coach Jay, and together we are going to take a look at some of the best games taking place in Central Massachusetts this week of February 7, 2022. Starting off, top of the list, Monday, we have Wachusett boys, 8-4, traveling to South High to take on the 2-10 South High boys team, a 6:30 p.m. matchup. In this game, we have South High, who's led by Alex Johnson, one of the best scorers in Worcester, averaging 18 points per game. You can shoot the three, you can handle the ball, and you can get to the basket. I do think he will be given special treatment, as Wachusett coach Gibbons does not plan to allow Alex Johnson to score 18 points. Wachusett is led by a balanced attack offensively. They have one of the deadliest shooters, Theo Stangus. The boy is a machine, sniper. You leave him open, it's automatic. They also have a very, very solid ball handler in Tucker McDonald. He's about 6'2", 6'3", and the way the boy dribbles the ball, you got to be careful. All right. Side note, taking place the same night, we have Doherty versus Grafton. Grafton has the number 3 scorer in Callum Donaher, so that will also be a good game to look out for. So we have 2 great games taking place Monday. Wachusett goes to South, and Doherty hosts Grafton. Tuesday, Burncoat, 5-8, takes on Shrewsbury, a 5-7 team. From what the records say, they're very even, but I don't know if it's going to turn out that way. However, Burncoat does have the leading scorer in Central Massachusetts. Talon Petway's averaging 28.5 points. He's damn near averaging 30 points per game. This is one of the most talented guards in the area. If you want to go see some exciting play, some threes, some nice layups, you got to go watch him play. He lives at the free throw line. He knows how to draw fouls, and he's also a very, very solid playmaker. He could get his teammates involved. On the other end, you have Shrewsbury, a defensive-minded team with the big man in the middle, AJ Rousseau. He's going to dominate if Burncoat does not prepare themselves. AJ Rousseau, you got to look out for him. He just had 21 points in a win against Doherty. So I think this is going to be an exciting game. I don't really know which way it's going to go. I do think Shrewsbury does have the slightly more talented team. However, we'll see what the scoreboard says. Side note, Nashoba is hosting Oakmont Tuesday night. This should be a great matchup. We got our boy point guard Huleki's coming back. So we already know this is going to be a great game. I got to see the Wolfpack Nashoba boys play against Shepherd Hill. They are playing without their big man in the middle. So we will see how this one ends up as well. Nashoba versus Oakmont. Also, South Girls are playing Tantasqua. So we know South Girls are the best girls team in Worcester. And I'm hearing Tantasqua is decent. So that should also be a good game if you want to watch some girls hoops. Wednesday. Now, not everyone agreed with me on this, but I thought that this would be the game of the week. Why do I say that? Wednesday, St. Paul versus Wachusett. St. Paul 7-6, Wachusett's 8-4. And here, I believe we have 2 defensive-minded teams with similar offensive capabilities, although Wachusett is slightly stronger offensively. I do know St. Paul's gym is not a shooter's gym, and that does not favor Wachusett. The rims are tight. So we do have to see how this one is going to go. I think it's going to be the game of the week. I really do. I don't think this is going to be as lopsided as everyone is predicting. You got the big man going to WPI. Ryan Gentilucci in the middle is averaging 15.5 points per game. And then we got Theo, the lights out shooter, and Tucker McDonald on the other side, led by Coach Gibbons. All right. Side note, Doherty is traveling up to Fitchburg. Man, this game's going to be crazy. I already know. Every time Fitchburg play, it's high energy, it's electric, they're scrappy, they go full speed, they play their hardest every single game. And I think Doherty has the capability to match their energy, but I don't know if Doherty has enough firepower. Sidney Hall's going to have a big game. Kofi's going to have to dominate in the middle. You know, their pieces are going to have to put in some work if they want to come away with that one. That environment's going to be hostile. Thursday, we got a rivalry game between Northbridge, who's 12-3. They're killing it this year. They're hosting Uxbridge, who is 9-6. I've been hearing a little bit about Uxbridge online. I'm seeing they got guys that's dunking the ball. They're taking off on fast breaks. You know, they have some athletic players. On the other side, I've heard about Cam Boucher from Northbridge, and it's also senior night. So we know it's going to be a very, very amazing environment. If you're going to watch some good basketball and see a rivalry game, that's the one that you should go to. Side note, North boys are hosting Shrewsbury, and Burncoat girls are heading to NDA. Now here we're at the end of the week. Friday, Leominster 9-2 are taking on Fitchburg 6-7. Everyone is telling me about this game. They're saying, Hoop Central, this is the game of the week. It's not St. Paul versus Wachusett. It's Leominster traveling to Fitchburg. We just watched Leominster defeat Fitchburg in overtime last week, and it was not a pretty game by no means, but the environment was the craziest environment that I have seen all year. The crowds were going back and forth. We ended up in overtime. My camera battery's about to die, and I'm just like, please let this game end before my camera battery die, because I gotta see, and everyone needs to see how this one's gonna end. Go on YouTube and check that one out. That was an amazing classic game. Not pretty offensively, but we did have JJ Dada score 26 points, very light. Okay, so I'm hearing Fitchburg is gonna, try and get their get back. So we gotta see if they can make that happen. I do believe this game could go either way. Fitchburg has a balanced attack. They have so many pieces. You don't know who it's gonna be on any given night. So hey, that might be the game of the week as well. You want to see some high energy basketball, travel up to Fitchburg. Lastly, side note, we got to show girls basketball love as well. Worcester Tech girls, they have one of the leading scorers in Central Massachusetts. I believe her name is Sinai. They are traveling up to St. Bernard's for a game which is also up in Fitchburg. So if you want to see some good basketball, just travel up to Fitchburg, okay? So with that being said, this is the very first episode of the Hoop Central podcast. These are my top 5 games of the week with some side notes, because we got to show everyone some love, right? As best as possible. And thank you guys for listening. If you support this, subscribe, like, leave a comment. Let me know if I missed out on anything. And we will see you all again on the next show. And stay tuned, because we'll have a lot of highlights coming out this week. Peace.